there was some error. Let's import again. So file, get data, Excel, sample superstore, okay. And if sometimes such error comes up and you don't see those columns over here, probably we'll have to close this. So let's say closed, retry, save. I save my sheet over here because it was open, right? That's why I closed it now. Now let's do one thing. Let's establish, it's already establishing a connection over here. Let's wait for that to get over. Sometimes it takes painstakingly long time to get you connected and import the data, and sometimes it does import the data. So what we'll do over here is, see, this is the filter thing what we've brought into the system. So let's ignore the filter database option. Let's select all the three tables over here. I don't want to preview what is coming. Okay, lucky us that the preview option is enabled now. It is throwing up the data of the Excel sheet just to ensure that that thing is proper. And this is the row ID, right? So let's load the content into the system. So now it is importing the content. You might face such problems as in you would see these braces, two braces. This thing happens when you are importing the same content twice. In this case, like any other Microsoft machine, it would create a copy of that with the nomenclature as two. If you want to view the contents of what you imported, you can first view it in the model option over here. You might see 2, 2 and 2 given over here. There would also be 1, 1 anywhere if there is. If there is not, you are free to rename it, right? It's simple to do that. Close, okay, and you can, okay, there are ways to rename these two things as well. For now, let's start with this. So now we have these columns over here. Let's rename it to orders learning, since we are learning over here, and close it. Please apply or discard the changes. So what I'll do is I'll discard anything what was done earlier, and now I would say rename, and I would say orders learning. Please apply or discard the pending query changes, but there are no pending. Okay, apply changes. So what happens is earlier version was not completed, so right now it is trying to connect to it and get over. So what we'll do is we will disconnect this and continue. So for a simplicity's sake, let's proceed with the orders option. In this, what we'll do is we'll create a visual to see what are the different options over here. We've imported a data. We are not doing any import or of a template over here. We will export the current template what we will at the end of it. Let's make a visualization now. So to make a visualization, there are two ways. Under the home option, you can click on a new visualization, or you can click on the visualization found under this screen. There are other visualization which can be imported from the marketplace, which we'll do it later. So right now, let's stick to our basic visualization theme, which is map, right? So in this, if I have to place order city, right, order country, and if I say country would lead the city, okay. So let's go do one thing. Let's change it to a basic visualization, which is this. And now let's consider what product was bought. So let's understand who bought the product, right? From which state. So if you see, if I expand this, you would see these are the different people who bought the product and how many did they buy. This is the count of state. So let's say we don't want count, but we want the revenue which was bought. So this is the revenue of value these people bought. So you can view it by axis by revenue. At the same time, let's say what product was sold at what revenue can be bought. So these are the different products which were bought at this value. So this is too much to achieve right now. So let's see. let's bring in a filter over here. So if I want to filter something, I would say new visual, and I want to make a filtering criteria over here. So if I say change it to a filter box, so now this is a filter. Look at the background available over here. It is with checkboxes and some filterization. So now I want to filter it based on the product name. So I just give an option of a product name. This is one piece of it, right? So if I want to view something about 10 self-seal white envelopes, I can click on it and I can see what was the sale of it. Now this is selecting only once, but that is something we'll look at in the visualization phase. For now, I'm looking at this product name, right? And I'm looking at the customer name. So if I want to change it, I can do a control C, I can do a control V. It moves another value. See, look at the grid lines. It helps you organize your content in a very beautiful fashion. Now, I don't want about this product name. I want customer name over here. So since it is a single field option available over here, it gives you a customer name. I also want to have an option of selecting more than one customer. So in this case, if I scroll down, if I see a format of this visualization and I go into the selection controls, I say multi-select on with control and single select off. So what it says, you select one, then you click on control and select something two, and you select three, and you select 3, 4, 5. So these would be selected. So these people, if I have to view, have bought these options, right? And these are the single options what these guys have bought. So this is the way all data originates and helps you visualize. Now let's go ahead and see what all other things are available in the file menu. Yeah. So now what if we want to export this as a PDF? I don't want to apply any changes over here. So now let's say this is a super store page, right? This would be return sheet probably, right? So let's see. I don't want this. I don't want this either. So this is the way you can add and delete pages over here. This is the way you add visualizations over here. In the file menu, there is nothing more to see except the import and the export. So when I say export to PDF, what it does basically is this is something what you have built. You need to see this is how you would view an Excel sheet. Excel sheet content into a beautiful report which you can share it across to your peers and key guys for their KPIs. This is one export to a PDF option which helps you export the contents of all your pages. So right now we only have one page, so one page has been moved to an PDF. If there are more pages will move to PDF. So here we complete the file option.